And now, Houston, Texas, make some noise because the time for talk is over. It's time to unleash the fury.
So we got our Howlerhead whiskey. We got our Live Oak vodka.
Hey, Eric, where'd you get that Essentials of God, Fear God sweatshirt?
They sent it to me.
What? That's awesome, man.
Got that heavy metal racket.
Boom. And the following announcement brought to you by the New World Order.
Of course, Diego rocking with that Fury gear. I like that Live Oak vodka hat. We can get some more of those. Though. I like those. Hey, your boy had fun this weekend.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Daniel has fun at every event.
It's good to have him out, man.
Listen, when Live Oak Vodka's in the house, it's a party.
Oh,
Hey,
man.
so-
It's a party.
I turned around.
Live Oak, Texas vodka.
I'm glad we had 3 ring girls this weekend because I turned around at one point
and Daniel had one.
and Daniel had one like pouring drinks and recording videos. Like I'm like, we got fights. Where's she at right now?
Hey, man.
But hey, listen, she was rocking her sheath gear over there and pouring
He
out
said,
some Live Oak
Benefits
vodka.
of the business, right?
He had like a mini drink menu or some
Yeah.
shit, and he's like, we're gonna make sure and ID everybody. It's like, okay. So
Yeah,
he
and-
brought his own bar into the bar.
Gotta be careful.
Wow.
With that. Listen, hey, we didn't know.
Hey, better to ask for forgiveness than
So
permission.
I text Lana before we even got started, and he wanted to know who was running the place, and she gave me a number, and I passed it on. So I don't know what he worked out.
They were
but
cool with it.
Yeah, he handled his
all
business.
I know is he was like, hey, you need to have a third girl for me to give out stuff next time. I'm like, all right, man, sure. If that's
If they won't pay for it,
hey, if Live Oak vodka wants it, we gonna make it happen.
Yeah.
We gonna make it happen.
You know, we had the AAA combination this weekend.
did have.
Ariel,
We
Audra,
have.
and Amanda.
I'm glad you remembered all the names because there's a
Boom.
lot of A's to try to figure out.
Yeah.
AAA.
AAA
Makes it easy.
rocking that sheath gear and some OnlyFans merch.
Is that the Christmas sheath?
Yeah. I could not say pepper. I couldn't say candy canes and ornaments. I want to say
Yeah.
merry-go-rounds and shit.
Dude,
so
we have like stupid fun doing those promos,
we
man.
go the back and do these
and then
little
Rich
promos.
rubbed off on me. Go ahead.
Yeah, we go back and do these promos beforehand every time. Take a couple shots, get a little loose before the event starts.
Loosey goosey.
And I could not say candy cane or ornament. I kept going, and we got the merry-go-rounds on the what the
Yeah. Cut. Hey, Rich is usually one take Rich.
Yeah.
But we had a little fun on this one.
A little early.
And then it rubbed off on me whenever I started going. I felt like I kind of flubbed a little bit, but kept pushing through because
all
I
good,
don't
man.
like 2 takes.
And this weekend's card kind of ran off flawless leading up to it, right? Did we had a few little weight issues, right?
We had some weight issues, but we actually salvaged some fights.
I mean, we didn't have to salvage anything. We ended up with what, 20?
No, yeah,
19.
we did. We definitely
19 fight.
Yeah.
We didn't have to, but we did, and man, I'm glad we did because the ones that we like turned around and put back together,
Yeah.
were awesome.
Yeah, man.
We're awesome.
One fight that got made at weigh-ins that we would
Shout
have
out
never
to
saw.
Jason Rivera, man.
We would have
Very
never saw.
tolerant.
We would have never saw a twister.
Yeah.
We never saw a twister. What about Rivera running across the cage, flying knee,
Yes.
and then took Kyle's back?
Yeah, man. I mean,
That was
he
amazing.
came in
Dog.
hot. You can see like during the intros, Rivera like had that fire. It's like, hey, man, it's about to be fucking
He told
on.
me, man, I'm fighting whoever.
Yeah.
I don't give
Yeah.
a damn who it is. I'm gonna call him this week, and I'm gonna try and talk him out of retirement.
Yeah,
Because he really wanted that to be his last fight. This is his retirement fight, but I'm
Yeah.
like, nah,
he
bro.
didn't. He didn't look like a guy who
actually,
should
let
be
me-
retired.
Shit.
hit him up.
Nah, bro.
He looked like
we
he
are
still had a lot left in the
We're not
tank.
retiring, baby.
Nah, man, Rivera looked great. He was awesome to work with. And shout out to Kyle Todrick, man, making us, reconsider the end of year awards because that was the
Oh, it's
second,
reconsidered.
That was the
Come
second
on.
twister in the history of
Yeah,
Fury,
man.
right?
The other one was Dimitri Ivy, I think.
No, I
Or
don't
it
think
was an
Sure
Ivy.
did.
It was an Ivy brother in
Was it?
San Antonio.
Yeah, sure was.
It was Dimitri.
I want to say it was
Dimitri
Dimitri.
hit the twister?
I mean,
Yes.
That's, I believe it.
Pull up the Tapology. We'll see who it was. It was Dimitri.
Yeah, I know it was in San Antonio for sure, and I'm pretty sure it was Dimitri. It was one of the Ivies. 99% sure it was Dimitri. But yeah, Kyle Todrank pulling off the second twister in Fury history
out.
in his pro debut. How kick-ass is that?
Yeah, I don't. Oh yeah, Devin Cowan, Fury 2017. So that predates my time on the staff.
Back in the day.
Yeah. Wayne remembers.
Good times,
I was just a coach bringing fighters at that time. I didn't have anybody.
Here we go. Right there. There it is. Right there. Look at
Two-stepping in the Bull Arena.
That's this weekend.
Look at that, man. That setup, like you don't see that top setup for that. That's a wrestling setup to hit that twister. Like that's just straight wrestling.
And he like throws arm right here. Eric was like, he set him up for a fucking twister.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude,
you
you
always
kidding
see
me?
people set up twister from bottom. Like you get the half guard.
The,
and you kind of
the way he did that was just flawless.
It was beautiful, man. That's a straight wrestling style setup. And watch this front flip he hits when he gets done here. Oh, that's so brutal, man. Twisters are brutal.
Yeah.
Right.
And he
almost
stuck it.
Hey, but we got some.
You're gonna lose a couple of points at the Olympics for that.
I posted some shots from that today.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing, man. Listen, that was at 155, and I think the first parts of the first round, Todd Rank was definitely kind of feeling the size differential. It seemed like he started off a little slow. I think he was surprised by Rivera flying across the cage.
Yes, I think Rivera caught him off guard.
And it's his pro debut, but once he kind of settled in, man, Kyle got to his wrestling. His striking looked crisp. He's really developed. Kyle was a fighter much like a Bruce Whitehead, who we kind of tease now. What was it? Last year we were talking about, man, you're kind of boring right now.
Yeah.
He was just taking everybody down and smothering them. And I forget what fight it was. He actually told the guy, because the guy missed away, he's like, you don't deserve to stand.
Bayou City Event Center. I can't remember the guy's name either, but
told me, like,
they were right there in front of us.
Roger Narvaez's kid,
Yeah.
Hippo.
Yeah, Hippo. He told me you don't deserve to stand with me. So he's taking.
They were like right there in front of us, and he's like, man, let's stand up and bang, bro. Let's stand up and bang. And that's what he says.
I
Like,
was like,
you didn't even make weight, bitch. You don't deserve to stand up.
So he kind of had this reputation as not an exciting fighter. At least for us, he wasn't exciting yet. Denver turned it around for him. He goes to Denver. Kid starts spamming head kicks at this dude, rocks this guy, and now he's got this confidence in his hands. And I really think Todd Rank's going to be a star. Like that kid has got
matter
he's got
of
look.
time.
Yeah,
Matter of time, dude.
Toe Drank.
I'm Todd.
It's toe drink.
Is it toe drink?
It is toe drink.
Always going to be Todd.
Toe
Rank.
jam.
Always gonna be
You're
Todd
welcome
Rank.
to mispronounce it if you want.
I'll mispronounce it. It's fine.
I mean,
He's a
it's
stud,
not a
man.
big deal to
I
me.
mispronounced so
but
many
in
names.
case
Okay.
He's a stud, and I'm happy he's on the.
in case
Fury
he may
roster.
ever want you to know, but he sends his info
is a
to me,
stud.
and down there at the bottom you can see
toe drink.
it doesn't get any clearer.
I love it.
And
So-
he got submission of the year.
Submission of the year.
Hey.
Yeah.
He got
I mean,
I'm there for it. We had some good ones, but I mean, how do you beat that?
We'll release the videos next week, but we can break some news today. Listen, 2023 submission of the year, Kyle Toe Drink.
Kyle Toe
He's
Drink.
the
That's
man.
going to be really hard for you, I feel.
What's your,
It's
what
gonna be hard for me.
kind of award should we give him? Besides
Hand job.
Diego.
Sid,
Come on, man.
No? All right.
how about you just take him
Diego
the
doesn't like to
small one
share. Diego's not about
Well,
that sharing. It's
we
Christmas
got-
season, but he's not very giving.
Hey, shout out to JHA Productions. He's
Oh,
going to be
man.
making our end of year videos, so he'll make an awesome video for them for that. But we'll come up with some kind of award for him.
He does a phenomenal job on all of our video packages.
Yeah, hey, shout out to Jay. He's moving, but he's not leaving us. You
Right.
won't
He'll
see
still be
him.
involved. We're just not
He's
gonna see
never
him.
leaving us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
never, man. You won't see
Never.
him at events. You might see him at some. He might come up for some, but he will still be the man who's putting together all the edits and making things happen. Appreciate you for everything you've done these last few years, Jay. But
Hell yeah.
So our submission of the year, Kyle Toe Drank, and then I think it's pretty easy. And this was one of the moments that makes matchmaking and being on the promotion side hard. Is that you had a guy in Miles Banks who we all universally love. Like the dude is
boy.
amazing.
Oh, God,
Amazing
man.
guy.
Yes.
His ceiling is unreal. It's high.
Sky
Like,
is
it's
still the
amazing.
fucking limit for him.
But we also have on the promotion side another monster who we're excited to have on the roster because the guy is phenomenal. And what does he do? He goes out there and look, big right hand landed from Miles. And he was able to walk through it, counter with that crazy right hand, the same right hand that Stevie Payne with. And here it is live again for us right here to check out. You're a big old Jeff Rex show. Like you had to have the biggest ref we had.
Yeah,
possible.
man.
He looks little.
He looks tiny.
Big bad Rex.
The weigh-in photo, somebody was like, "Hey, is Eric on his knees?"
He fakes that kick, but look how
Miles lands it, and then boom, he gets caught.
man. Jeez, man. And you know what's crazy? Diego, can you rewind that?
Hold on.
When you go back and you watch Miles for just a few seconds, dude, his footwork in those few seconds, he's moving like he's a 185er.
Yeah.
Like he is moving. And I was really like, wow, I couldn't believe how good he looked in those few. And then,
Well, we know Miles is a stud.
100% a stud.
Yeah.
Listen,
100%.
when we made this fight, I said a loss here will hurt Robellis a lot more than it hurts Miles.
100%.
For sure, yeah.
Robellis needed the win way more than Miles did.
And we got to remember, for those who
Miles
these are two of the biggest
yeah,
heavyweights in
dude.
the world. Look at that footwork.
Okay, yeah.
He just moved. He
Golly,
got
man.
he got hit.
He just got
And it's not even like
Shit happens,
Hey, listen, it's fighting, man. It ain't checkers.
It's the fight game for sure, and there's some people who are saying, why didn't you promote Robellis harder? Miles Banks, why are you promoting him? Hey, the UFC typically doesn't take older fighters. Robellis is north of 30s, 35, but I think Robellis to Spain is the exception.
Well, with heavyweights are the exception. No matter what, I think.
I don't think we could have promoted Robellis any more than we did. I mean, he had two.
And so his whole team was happy with everything that we did.
Yeah.
He had 3 fights in less than 6 months, and we put him in the UFC in
also-
under
Yeah.
6 months.
We also
Right.
had
the
like,
fuck is? I mean,
we also had,
Exactly.
it's unheard of.
What,
We had, like,
what were you
12
paying
seconds.
attention to if you think that he wasn't properly
we
promoted,
had
right?
12 seconds of footage to promote with.
Right.
Like the guy, his two fights before them were 12 seconds.
All that?
Yeah, and so I read somewhere.
Dude, that
and-
guy's like a
just-
Cuban Ivan Drago,
Did
man.
you see ESPN MMA picked it up
Yeah.
and shared it across? Like, that was
Yeah,
that
I
was-
saw them.
that was
They,
pretty cool.
they tagged you. They didn't tag me. They never tagged a brother.
Well,
But it's all good, though.
They were like, "Whose picture is this?" And listen, I'm always like, "Hey, it's at Fury."
They reached out to the-
yeah, they reached out to us yesterday. I was
To the
like,
Fury page?
"You go ahead and put that show enough stuff and at Fury on that baby," and I got 3 followers. But
What about
Yes!
What about Wayne Leger?
I think I got 3. I got 3 out
got
of it
3 out of it.
without a tag. So, I mean, I'll take it. Fuck it. I mean, one of them's spam. The other one's a Nigerian that's going to give me a bunch of money. But
So-
that other one.
so in like he has spent more time talking in the post-fight interviews
Yeah.
than he has in 3 fights. How crazy is that?
His translator has spent more time talking in his post-fight interviews than he's spent in the cage.
Man, and tell you, we got to share a cool moment, and we were a little bit behind, but some behind the curtain a little bit. Eric calls Mick. Mick calls Eric. He's like, "Hey, he's in."
When I saw my phone ring, and I knew it was like,
Yeah.
I don't know if he was watching or if he was
Had to
going to
be.
say, "Hey, what happened?"
Had to be.
It was
that,
one
right?
of those. He was going to ask me, "Have they fought yet?" I'm on my way. What happened? Whatever.
Yeah, no, the timing
But I
of
picked
it.
up the phone before they even met it because Miles was still on the stool,
Yeah.
and he's like, "Hey, I'm taking him.
Woo!
If you want to go tell him, go tell him. I'm gonna call his manager." I said, "All right."
And then we went upstairs.
Who else you want today, Mick?
Yeah,
Yeah, right? Hey, Kyle Toedrink just had a twister.
We went up there, man, and his team had just heard from their manager. We got to like be there for a second. They were, Eric, they wanted to take that picture with El Jefe over here. So that was awesome, man. It was cool to see. And again, that's our job. Those moments are our job. You waiting to be able to sit there in the middle of the break and go, "Hey guys, breaking news."
Yeah, that was
That's
fun as
fucking
hell.
awesome.
Yeah.
That was cool, man.
Hey, you
Like,
know what I'm thinking though? Like, there's a fight.
Did Robellis know yet? Or did he find out like whenever we made that announcement? Because
No,
that
we
was
ran up- we had
that
run
all
upstairs.
happened so
yeah,
quick, like in the
yeah,
moment.
we went upstairs.
But there's a heavyweight fight on the prelims next week in Vegas.
yeah,
Oh shit, it'd be nice to put Robellis in there if one of them dudes
crazy
falls
it'll
out.
be.
Because they're both lower. They're they're not in
Yeah.
the top 10,
Yeah.
not even top 15. I don't think.
Yeah, and there's been a lot of guys who've went in, and heavyweight is the different division. Brock
Yeah.
Lesnar was 30, Randy Couture was 33 or 34 years old.
Yeah.
So he's not out of the realm. And remember, he's an Olympic Taekwondo guy. He's not a wrestler with 30
Olympic
years
bronze
of damage on his
medalist.
Like
Well, we
he's-
don't know what his wrestling's even like. Does he have takedown?
Yeah.
defense?
Has anybody even got close to him? To
Who
get there?
knows?
You got to go through that.
Who knows what his
buzzsaw first.
taekwondo really looks like?
Yeah,
I was dying laughing.
got a fucking right hand from grandma's house.
I try not to.
That's
like,
all it is.
Yeah.
I try not to dig too far into the comments.
I know.
And
I was
I'm-
looking at some of the dumb
me too,
shit
man.
they said. I was
I'm
like,
reading it. And somebody's
Yeah.
like, "This guy's hands are trash." I'm like, "What are you talking about? The dude's
"Why
got
don't do that to Tom Aspinall, bro? He's not
I
even.
wish.
He hasn't even had his first fight, guys. Like,
I
let
wish.
him get in there and do something,
Yeah.
man.
Exactly,
he'd never do
man.
that to John Jones.
Hey, man, fans have it all figured out.
Hey, I love seeing the experts.
Yeah.
All the internet experts who know
Thank
it all.
God for the internet experts.
They know how to build
Like
a
that live
card.
oak vodka.
No, they know how to develop talent. Man, he is
It's
sucking
tasty.
those down
He's
this
drinking
morning.
that shit like Gatorade, baby.
Wow.
I like it. Me likey.
So I think it's pretty clear to say the Miles Banks knockout, Rebellos to Spain, 5 seconds. That will be our 2023.
See, this card just
the card
completely
took all the
changed.
awards.
Yeah, this card
So,
completely changed our year-end
Cameron
awards.
Smotherman's watching
So-
this right now, cussing you out. Bitch, I got
man.
knockout of the
So
year.
that'll
Man.
now be our knockout of the year officially.
I'm
Y'all wanna-
on board
y'all wanna
with
go
it,
ahead
man.
And break the fighter of the year.
Fighter.
Now listen, Bellis put his name in that discussion as well.
I mean,
Yeah.
he went to the UFC after being with us for under 6 months.
So
See, I thought it was that card where it happened. The twister. Sorry.
Robellis
The-
is all three of his
Peace,
fights.
Brad.
Listen, man, 12 seconds, 3 seconds, 4 seconds, knockout, knockout, knockout. All in the span of 6 months total, like you said. So it's between him and
That's ridiculous.
There was one other.
That's ridiculous.
There's one other guy who's in the running for it.
Zach?
Zach Reese. Zach Reese, 3 first-round finishes and a first-round finish in the UFC, which is
The contender.
on Contender, which is where I kind of give.
2.
I mean,
give 2 awards.
we could
Let's
do
give 3. Markel
we-
Maderos.
We could do a co-fighter of the year.
Nope, if you're not first, you're last, baby.
Woo! Well,
There is no
officially,
second place.
Officially, the fighter of the year we gave to Zach Reese.
All right. Sorry, Robellis.
Sorry, Robellis, you got the KO of the year, man. Come on.
Hey, we're doing it. We're giving him the kicks too.
Yeah, he did win.
So we need to find out.
what shoe size. does
Yeah,
he
you
even
got size
wear?
20s.
Yeah, man. Shaq. He's size Shaq shoes.
Let me ask Robellis right now. What size shoe do you wear,
Zapatos.
Big Daddy?
What size zapatos?
Well,
So-
in
so
this,
we
in this
gotta-
area, it's called tenis.
Denny's
Tenis.
in Cuba.
Um,
Cuba.
All right, so y'all want to talk about the fight of the year?
Yeah. That's why
What
we're
do you
here.
got? What do you guys
Let's
think?
go.
Mario
Well,
Alton.
the Ultimate.
Ultimate Mario?
Yes.
I'm
Definitely.
still with that.
It was pretty
Yes.
much unanimous across the board. We had
Yeah.
a runner. We had 2 runner-ups.
Yes.
We had a runner-up in Javier Zapata
And Longoria.
and
Yeah.
Justin Longoria.
That was a
and,
dog fight.
And the Tony Toro Josh Aliman fight.
Yeah.
Yes.
Those were the 2 runners-up that got some votes.
Hey, how about Isaiah Diggs this weekend digging the body?
Jeez, man.
Dude.
How
Kid's a
about-
problem.
Bro, how about Nate Richardson digging the body?
The body
Man.
work. Did you see? Like, I have not posted this
Pick
yet.
that guy up already, man.
No, man.
You know, I
bro.
think he kind of summed it up in his post-fight interview. He's like, "Hey, man, you know, you keep
Nate
putting these
deserves
guys
a
in
shot.
front of me.
I text Sean
I'll keep
yesterday.
taking them out." But you know, yeah, dude. I mean, if anybody deserves a shot, I think Nate Richardson
I'm
should.
gonna bug Shelby every day until he takes a look at Nate. What else do we do with him? I mean,
Yeah, I mean, put a belt on
we
him
got
and
a lot. We got a lot of 45ers.
have
that
him
are
beat
coming
some
up,
more
but
prospects. But I mean, come on.
There's not.
Nate's a dog, man.
Yes, he is.
Would you like to
Look at
see
that-
Nate
look at that
Richardson
body
and
work he was
Matthias
doing.
Camille?
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah,
That'd be a good.
he's doing.
That'd be a good fight.
Nate and Matthias, Nate and Yadier.
I'll say this now. I don't know if I want to see another young prospect go against Nate.
Man, you know what though? Like
You get past Nate, like you're gone. Like you
Altum needs a couple more wins.
Yeah.
But Aswell would step up to that opportunity in a heartbeat.
Yes,
Sure.
he would. Yeah.
I mean, look,
He
we
will.
we have.
and I think if Aswell can beat Josh Altum, he deserves to fight Nate.
I think if we offered it to Loham, he'd take it. Like there's a ton of guys on
How
our
about
roster.
Lohan versus Macario coming up, baby?
Jeez, man.
That could be a fight of the year for next year.
yeah.
All right, so let's finish on our card from this weekend. Since we started down one road and hopped down 3 different roads so far.
Oh yeah.
So
what
we
we
got Tony Toro was defeated by Isaiah Diggs in one of the candidates for fight of the night. That was a great back and forth fight. What about Cameron Graves?
No,
man?
I just thought about that when I saw that. I
How
was
good
like,
did he look?
That's another featherweight.
You know what's crazy? Cameron fought the way last night that I kind of always wanted to see him fight.
He grappled.
He grappled.
He used his good ass jujitsu.
Like people forget
His
that
MMA jiu-jitsu.
He was this IBJJF winning kid who came up and got his black belt. Was his crazy,
Flexible as shit.
So good. His guard is insane.
Cardio, yeah.
And his back takes on Moses, dude. He got to the back like it was nothing. And then once once you're in mount, like you're not getting him off. Like that
You're
kid
gonna
was-
take some damage before you can. But I mean, hats off to Moses too. He was boxing the shit out of Cameron.
He was.
Closed one of his eyes.
And Cameron, usually the Cameron that we've seen over the years does what? He just stands right there and trades with
Nah,
you.
he had a game plan this time.
Smart.
And he's smart, man. He took the shit to the ground. But that's what he needs to do. He can't go backwards. Like, you got to keep winning. At his age and his record now, he's got to keep winning. Because a loss
Gotta keep stopping.
takes him back
Yeah.
3 or 4. He needs 3 or 4 wins.
Yeah.
Like Miles Banks, that one loss, if he comes back and gets a win and he's 2-1, nobody's going to give a shit about the
Yeah,
last one.
Cameron just put his name back in that 145 division. Right. You know, and also we've been talking about like Hall of Fame and stuff, and
Yeah.
he's one of the candidates, I believe for a Fury Hall of Famer.
I think so too.
What about the debut of Brandon Moran? Was that a nasty ass
Kimura, bro. Like,
Oof. Yeah.
That was brutal.
yeah,
That was
Moran's
brutal.
going to another
Can I get
featherweight.
that? You want me to get that?
4-0.
Another featherweight, man.
4-0 coming in. We got Isaiah Diggs won. I always talked about Robellis. Debut of George Carper and Donovan Manuel. That was an interesting fight. Like Donovan Manuel succeeded more in some of the wrestling than I thought he would. He's a phenomenal athlete.
Yeah, he already wants to come back January or whenever we can bring him. He said as soon as possible.
And then, man, what about, it didn't last long, but Robinson and Whitehead.
Put that fight up.
Can you put that one up? Robinson
Those
and Whitehead?
dudes rocked each other.
Yeah, man.
Bruce goes to a knee, and then they get up and hit each other
Yeah.
at the same time.
Yeah, Bruce got rocked.
And when Bruce hits him, it makes the dude turn.
Yep.
And Bruce
And
dives
Bruce
on his
falls
neck.
and grabs his back.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, I'm
Jumped on his
back.
back. He's like, holy shit, this is exactly where I want to be,
He
where I need to
landed
be.
in the perfect position, and he fucking capitalized
minute and a
on it.
half, first round, rear naked choke, tapped out.
See, we're going to get it pulled up right here.
We need to get so Bruce is coming back here.
Here it comes.
Probably in January.
Is it
No, that's-
before or is it after?
February.
No.
No, he's on the 121 card.
That was
he is.
Diggs, right?
Messages.
It is?
see.
Oh, then we can't do it then.
Yeah.
We got to give Diego advance notice
So,
that we're going to
Diego,
be talking
you gotta-
about the previous
Right.
The
event.
other way, Diego.
Huh?
You got to go the other way, Diego. Where are you going?
So this one over here?
Whitehead was up further. Back. Now that's back. That was our co-main. He was our feature fight, so it should be right there.
Taking him off.
God damn it.
It's because you're bouncing all over the card, man.
Come on, Diego.
You're going back to front,
Keep
front
going,
to back.
Diego. Right there. Put it in. Daddy. Right, a little bit further back.
What's happening here?
Yeah.
That's the fight right there, Diego. That's the fight we want, but you gotta get to the start of it.
Yeah, there's Bruce Whitehead on his back,
We could do him.
getting ready to sink in that rear naked choke.
Come on, damn it.
This
Can't
is
find
exciting.
Diego's first day on the job, guys. Be patient.
This is exciting, Diego.
Yeah,
Hold on.
this is a riveting podcast.
Trying to get that. Where the fuck?
How far back are you trying to go, man? Just click it
It
right
won't,
there.
it won't
It
let
was
me.
1980 something.
Well, this has been fun.
All right. Hey, other guys fought also.
God damn.
Hey, shout out to let's talk about this undercard we had here.
About
Hey,
Joe
Shane
Hendershot,
Keefe.
man.
What
Oh,
about Shane Keefe
yeah.
with his Fury debut,
Shane
going
Keefe.
to 3-0 with a quick finish of Mitchell Cup. And David Reza picking up the body shot finish of an always super tough Joseph Aguilar. That was really impressive because Joseph dropped Reza in the beginning of the first round, and then Reza dropped him at the end of the first round.
Yeah.
And then came out and finished with that body shot. That was great to see David pick up that victory. And then, you brought up, our new 145 amateur champion and well-deserved Joe Hendershot.
Dude, kill shot Joe Hendershot finally got a belt on him. Think he's going pro after this, right? He said in the post-fight interview.
And one of the cool things that I got to see, so I'm leaning across the cage, I'm taking the pictures, and he got that finish right in front of me. And I always get to hear and see the immediate reaction of the fighter whenever they stand up. And Joe stood up, and the first words out of his mouth, dude, he was like, "I'm a champion." And I thought that was
man.
so cool, man.
Right in the
Like,
feels, huh?
dude.
Yeah.
I was sat there. I was like, I've had two of my guys fight him, so I'm kind of invested in him a little bit.
Yeah.
And he stood up and he said that, and I was like, damn, that's so awesome. Here's the
Watch
here's
this
the
shit
Whitehead
real quick,
Robinson
man.
fight. Can you believe 2 fights ago we were talking about Bruce needs to step it up and be excited?
Bam. Bam.
Maybe
See,
3
He
fights
got
ago.
rocked into taking his
Yeah.
back. How
Yeah.
great is that?
That dude, he hit him, he turned him.
And he never let go.
No. And he went right into that. He puts him to sleep, huh?
Yeah, he taps out going down. But yeah, he's tapping, then he goes out.
He's tapping now.
I
There.
think so.
No,
Yeah,
he
he
taps
taps,
right there,
he
taps
taps,
right
and
there.
then he's out. And then now
He's
Joe
out.
realizes he's out, pulls him off, and
That kid too.
your
man,
winner,
was
Bruce
4-1.
the Goose Whitehead.
Can you imagine? One, had that fight went on another minute, like just another minute, the way those two were throwing down at each
Man.
other. But also, 2 fights ago, another one. We told Bruce Whitehead we weren't sure if we were going to put him on the Fight Pass broadcast because
Now he's not fucking around.
he is not boring.
Yeah,
Bruce
yeah.
Whitehead is anything but boring.
He's definitely not the same guy we
I
saw in
think he's
Tulsa.
Found, you know what I think he's found? I think he's found the fact that he has a shit ton of skills and
Yes.
he's believing in it now.
Yeah.
And if you're a really good wrestler, let your hands go because the worst possible outcome is that you don't like where it's going, then put him on the ground.
Yeah, it ends up on the ground, which is right where you want to be anyway.
Bruce is exciting, man. A super exciting fighter. That was fun to see, man. So is that 2 straight finishes or 3 straight finishes for Bruce?
It's at least 2.
Two straight finishes. Look at this right here. Hit each
Bam.
other, bam.
So he was rocked right there. I saw his eyes roll back right there. But then he lands on his back and holds on for dear life. He's like, holy shit, I'm on his back. And then rear naked choke, baby.
Almost had a double KO right there.
Yeah.
Almost had a double KO.
That would have been amazing.
Man, they were going crazy in the TV truck.
That was
Brian Duvall
awesome.
goes crazy in general, though.
Hey, what about the performance from Sebastian Orvides?
Yeah, so
Dude.
That kid's a star now.
Man.
He's not even a future star. That kid's a star
Yeah.
right now.
yeah,
His
he is.
walkout alone gets like a massive pop from
it
the
George
crowd.
Michael?
Yes. Oh my God.
Careless whispers.
That is just perfect, man. I had to hit Rich with the ravishing Rick
Oh, yeah.
Rude.
Can hit me with the-
I almost thought like that Sigyn or somebody picks his music, but he's singing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sebastian's singing
I
it, so
asked Eves
Bro, when does a little
after his first fight
18-year-old kid know that music?
because he's hanging out with Eves Edwards.
Look, the majority of his life is spent around Tony Torres, Aponte,
man.
and Eves Edwards.
There you go.
Like, and you mix in some Irish in there, so he's got Copley in there too. So his 3 guys hanging out with are basically old dudes.
Yeah.
He's hanging out.
But dude, like just the whole vibe in the arena just changed whenever that music comes on. Yeah, that saxophone, man. God
This
dang.
is Sebastian Orvides' walkout.
I know.
So good.
Hey, wait till he comes out to that in like Madison Square Garden or somewhere, man.
Dude, the whole place.
Think about that, Paulie.
The whole
You know,
place
it's
is, yeah.
It's impossible to not sing along with it.
Exactly. I was going to
Like,
say, the
wow.
whole place
Oh,
is singing
wherever-
along
yeah.
with it here in Houston, man. You imagine an
How do you
arena?
dance to this, Rich?
So, I like the
Well,
reggae
this is
version.
where he was-
First off, you got to like lower the lights.
Yeah,
And then you gotta-
Sebastian's singing
and
it,
then
too.
you got to like lower the towel, right?
Listen,
Yeah.
if you want to be a flyweight amateur champion, this is the kid that you have to beat. And then you can solidify yourself as a true amateur
Can we go ahead and
flyweight
announce who he's fighting?
champion. Yeah.
I mean, so you know,
Or you have to beat somebody of this skill set. Like Michael White was a fucking amazing
Monster.
amateur champion.
Yeah.
That's the type of Fury FC flyweight amateur champion that we want to produce.
you've got some big shoes to fill.
So is that his next fight?
because Michael White was
No,
like
Michael's going pro. We got
8
Micah set.
Michael was 8.
Damn.
Yeah, and then he went and did the IMMAF
Yes.
and had like 3 fights. So Micah ended his career with like 12 amateur
actually,
fights.
we've got January 21st here in H-Town. We will have
Fury FC 85.
Sebastian Orvides taking on James Ramon.
Listen, man,
Ooh,
and
nice.
and Ramon has never said no
Nope.
to any
And
task.
that kid, hey, when you talk about grappling, these are the 2 best grapplers at 25 right now.
Yeah.
And you've got the crazy jiu-jitsu of
This
Orvides.
kid, man.
And then you've got, look at that. Dude, his confidence in his stand-up is what impresses me. Once he's on the ground, watch
He's
how
like, okay, let's go.
this next sequence in wrestling, watch how he chases this takedown. Dude, he's got great leg kicks. Bam. Spams the head kick.
Just
now watch
flawless,
this sequence to finish this
man.
takedown.
Oh my God,
Under,
dude.
Wrap, overhook, seatbelt, hooks in. That's a wrap.
He's like an
That's a
alligator.
wrap. Like the moment I forget who was next to us. Oh, it was me and you were talking. Once he had the seatbelt,
He's out.
that's a wrap, dude. Like, look at
Yeah.
that. Look at the power he gets in that rear naked choke. You're not getting out of that.
Now he's out. Right there.
Look at that.
Yeah, and this is where Rich jumps up. He's out. He's out. And Danielle finally sees it. Yeah.
Yeah.
He is 9-9. Then he
Look,
wakes up and he gets ready to
he's
take
still
down.
out.
But he's still falling
out,
all over.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
place.
But he gets ready to take down Danielle. And he's like, looks like he's getting ready to throw arms, but he's like,
you're not Sebastian.
he's like slow
Hey,
dream
shout out to
punching.
that kid though too, man. When nobody else wanted to say yeah to Sebastian.
Yeah, he
We
stepped
haven't
up.
even got to see Sebastian fight at 125
Not yet.
because I keep having to get 35ers
Yeah.
to come down to 30.
Well, now now he's got a big 25 matchup coming up. 6-1, James Ramon.
and they're both youngsters,
Man.
under 20.
Yeah.
How the fuck?
I'm gonna have to get Ramon to send me an Instagram message with his correct pronunciation so I can
So I've
show
never-
Rich
I'm
so
never
he'll
gonna
believe me.
it. Hey, look, and also, hey, shout out to James Ramon.
I thought it was High Mays
who also
initially.
won the amateur submission of the year with his crazy ninja choke in San Antonio. We asked people
Badass.
to message in last week who they were going to vote for. I had over 100 messages just for Ramon.
Message in right now, guys.
Out of the
Let's see it
thousands
on the
of
screen.
responses.
Let's see it on the screen.
We're gonna
Start
open
messaging.
open it up right now. Look, we've got our first one there. Dave from Sugarland wants to know,
What's up, Dave?
where does Garcia get his lineup done at? Where do you go to get your?
In the bathroom. Woo! Thanks, Dave.
Damn.
Appreciate that.
Look,
I don't know if that's what Dave meant, but that's what you
Straight
got.
razor.
and
Straight razor.
hey, there's Kyle from Huffman wants to know, Diego, where would you find the smallest hands on the north side? And smallest and softest hands.
Shame on you, Kyle. I hope your wife doesn't listen to the
Come
Fury
on,
Unleashed
Kyle.
podcast. That's probably not even his
Damn.
real name.
Probably not his real
Kyle.
name.
That ain't his name.
Out in Huffman, Texas, asking questions like that. Of course, he's from
The only
Huffman.
person I know from Huffman is Colton, England.
Well,
Colton,
it
is that
could be
you?
Colton.
It
Colton,
could
is that-
be.
Kyle and Colton.
Yeah,
Colton spells it
start with a
Son
K.
of a bitch.
Yeah.
How dare you?
All right, turn
Yeah, I
that
was just
shit
thinking
off.
about him the other
All
day,
right.
man. When are we going to see Colton
I
England
don't
back
wanna-
in the cage?
I
Did he
don't-
retire or what?
I don't know.
I think he retired.
Who knows?
Oh,
I don't
shit.
want to hear any more of these Huffman people. Hey, shout out Terence Chapman with the KO finish of Randy.
Yeah.
We'll be getting into more of your questions later in the show.
Yeah, we'll bring it back up. Terence Chapman, after his opponent weighed in,
272.
Look at
Yeah.
It's-
There were a couple of weights on there where they were just like, dude, come on, man.
listen, man, and me and Rich kind of talked about this. Starting next year, if you show up overweight, I'm gonna tell you to get your shit and just go ahead and leave.
Whenever you show up that much overweight, I mean,
Like it's time to
come
go.
on, man.
This
Yeah.
ain't the place for that,
No.
man. We're not. The time will not be wasted here. It's not.
Hey,
gonna
also
happen.
speaking of time being wasted,
You wouldn't show
we
up to
have-
work at Foot Locker like 2 hours late and just try to report to your shift, you know?
we have ceremonial weigh-ins on Saturdays, and 2024 pro fighters and amateur fighters. If you are late to those weigh-ins moving forward, I don't care who you are, what the excuse is, you will be fined. And if you're an amateur, it'll either come out of your commissions, or you'll get suspended for a fight if you don't show up.
So
Something.
that's what we'll start doing. Then we'll just hold all commissions
Yeah.
and everything until fight night. That way, if there's deductions, man, y'all guys you're gonna feel it.
You have to meet your obligations to the promotion, and that's part of it.
Yeah.
We're very clear in the expectations of what we need you to do, and so you just need to do it.
Listen, guys, there's plenty of other places you can fight where they might not give a shit.
100%.
Yeah.
But I guarantee you, like, they're not getting a dude signed on spot to the UFC.
And there might be those guys like, man, why is he being such an asshole, man? Well, dude, it's your responsibility to get these guys UFC ready. Do you think fucking Sean Shelby, Mick Maynard, Dana White are going to
They're not gonna
tolerate
put up with
that
that
kind
shit.
of bullshit? I mean,
You show up to ceremonial weigh-ins late, they get your ass get out of
yeah,
here.
what the
man.
fuck, dude?
Yeah. Talk about losing some big money if you do get fined.
Hey, what about the performance we had? We had Sean Magnus picking up the big victory against Jacob Arroyo.
Ready?
What happened in the Arroyo weigh-in?
He just came in heavy, and he had to go back and cut so he could
Even get
be
within allowance,
tolerance, yeah.
right?
Magnus was going to fight him no matter what.
Yeah.
But he had to go cut like a couple pounds to get within the... And he wasn't really drained out or nothing, so Took him 2 hours almost.
And also, shout
got
out,
it done,
what a great performance we saw from CJ Dismore, taking on Andrew Villarreal. This break here is brought to you by Live Oak Vodka, as Eric gets his refill.
Cranberry.
Where we going? Cranberry and Live Oak Vodka?
I like cranberry juice, man.
This is a listen, guys. Let me show you how to make a drink real quick
Go
on
ahead.
the podcast.
Let's do this.
See right here?
Yeah.
Look at that.
I'm never gonna dance
Let
again.
me get this-
Guilty
Listen, man.
feet have
All right, so
got
we got the
no
Bible.
rhythm.
I got
Live Oak
rhythm.
Vodka. We do a heaping portion of Live Oak Vodka. You see that?
There we go.
Is that for me?
Yeah.
That's for you.
You think Eric would drink that much alcohol in a drink? Nah,
You got your
hell
Uber,
no.
right?
We grab a
off.
little ocean spray.
Splash.
Oh, sorry, my
Diet
bad.
cranberry. Hey, watch the Yeezys, baby.
Just a little splash.
Watch the
Watch
Yeezys. Courtesy of
the
Space
Yeezy.
City
Tip,
Collective.
tip. Oh, look at that.
Look at that shit.
Look at that
See
pink
it?
drink.
Look at that.
Look at that pink drink.
There's a lot. Diego likes pink.
Woo!
Little,
I'm manly enough to.
little sparkling water with cucumber lime.
Hey, Hank from Houston wants to know, how pink do you like it, Diego?
You like it pink? You like it black?
Oh, I didn't know you were still making. I stopped recording.
Oh, baby. You
I'll
gotta
do the next one.
Top it off with a little Fresca. Look how you gotta hold the bottle.
Ooh. There it is.
Look at that.
Just a dollop of that, right, Eric?
Baby.
Look at that. That's that Garcia Live Oak
you
special.
want to spin it?
Spin
Take a
it.
sip. Get you a sip. Let's go. Get you a sip, Diego.
Make it look pretty, Diego.
Hit it with the.
All right. Hey, he didn't choke on that one. All
That was
right.
amazing.
All right. Good job.
It's the first.
It's always the first one. The first one's always the toughest, right?
Hey,
That's what she said, right?
That's how I feel when we do those shots backstage, man. The first one's always the toughest.
Yeah.
Like,
So this
Diego
card.
drinking this Live Oak under the table.
It goes
This
so
card
smooth.
may have been.
It goes so smooth.
May have been. Was that? I think this was our card of the year.
Yeah, I'd have.
yeah. Agreed.
I mean, is it our card of the year,
Out of-
or is it the freshest on our mind?
Man,
It
what
is
card
the
had that
freshest
many
on our mind, but I
finishes?
mean, what, 19 fights, 13 finishes?
Yeah. What about
First round
San
knockouts?
Antonio was a good card too.
What about
Oh my
the card
God,
that
yeah.
Aswell and Yadier fought on? I feel like that was a really solid.
That was a really solid one, too, man.
You also got
Torres
the,
fought Matt Jones on that
You
card.
also got the Alta Macario card.
God, man.
There were some really good cards, some of it may be biased because it just happened 24 hours ago, 48 hours ago now. But I do
Yeah.
think that that would be my pick for card of the year.
Hard to disagree
think
with
so,
that,
too.
man. I mean, you can
Yeah,
make an
so-
argument for the others that we talked about, but I mean, dude, we had a guy get called up to the UFC like moments after he stepped out of the cage. Come on.
It's not going to happen.
Card of the year.
Not going to happen anywhere else. I guarantee you.
It only happens at the card of the year.
Hey, so we've also got. So we talked about. Let's see. We got our fighter of the year, Zach Reese. Honorable mention to Bellis to Spain. Our fight of the year, Macario and Altum.
Yep.
Our knockout of the year, Robellis. And then our pro submission of the year, Toe Drank.
Toe Drank Twister.
So now we get over to our amateurs. And our amateur fighter of the year, it was kind of close. Joe Hendershot made this close. I want to say he was 4-1 this year. Bunch of finishes. Pick up the title. But the winner, in my opinion, was just a little bit more when it comes to Olivia Beerley. She went
Hands
4-0
down.
this year
Wow.
with 3 title defenses and 3 finishes of the 4. And she also had the amateur fight of the year with Madison Gwynn.
Yeah.
So Olivia Beerley picking up 2 awards today. She gets the fighter of the year for the amateurs as well as the fight of the year with Madison Gwynn. And it's been a while since I've seen an amateur have that type of year. I mean, when is the last time we had somebody even defend a title 3 times?
Yeah. Dude, wait till she goes pro. I mean, matter of time till she's called up.
She'll go up. I mean, Dana already knows who she is.
Yeah.
Dana is waiting on her.
So that leads us to our amateur submission of the year. And that was James Ramon with his ninja choke there in San Antonio against Perez. Beautiful choke. And then the knockout of the year for amateurs was kind of hard, but it comes down to one that happened on our very first card of 2023. That would be Derek Pierce knocking out Gabriel Antonio in 9 seconds.
Boom.
Runs across the cage, big right hand, and that's when we got introduced to the Galveston Wild Man that is Derek Pierce.
Crystal Beach, baby.
The Galveston Wild.
Like
Man.
that. Listen, he had been telling Eric he's the next Chuck Liddell. He's
You gotta
the
love
guy.
Derek Pierce, man.
And look, when he came across the cage that night, I was like,
He was
holy
the next
shit,
Chuck
he is
Liddell.
the next Chuck Liddell.
There he is.
And what a great guy! Like just a great guy to have around. It's been really cool.
Real positive.
Yeah, to have him on the card. 2023 has been a crazy year. Like this has been fun. We've had some cool shows. I've lost count of how many fighters we've sent up this year and how many amazing fights that we've had.
I want to hear from people, and would they like us to do an all pro card and then an all AMI card and not do pro am? How do y'all feel about that? You like having amateurs on the undercard?
It really doesn't make a difference to me either way. I mean, our amateurs are so solid; they don't really feel like amateur
Not at
fights,
all.
like your typical amateur fights. So I mean,
the only good thing about having like a Fury Amateur Series card is it actually gives
more amateurs the opportunity.
and lets them fill that co-main and main event spot.
Yeah.
Like if you're fighting on an undercard of Challenger Series or Fury and you're an AMI, you'll never feel that, you know?
Right.
Like Hendershot, for example, he went out there and fought for the belt.
That would have been a main event.
He would have been the main event.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I
I
feel
don't
you
know.
there.
Like, I don't want to steal that from these AMIs. Man, so I'd like to hear from them. DM us.
Maybe
yeah.
quarterly, we do a Fury
Well,
Amateur
we're
Series.
we're definitely going back to that, but I didn't know about just doing
Completely separate.
Yeah.
We've talked about it a few times.
Because what would end up happening is we would end up doing like 8 to 10 amateur series cards
A year.
a year versus now we can probably do 3 all amateur series cards because there's so many amateur fights on the 18 to 20 pro
Yeah.
cards that we do.
Yeah, gotcha.
Man, it gets sketchy sometimes when we got so many undercard fights and we're like, damn, we're gonna have a swing bout.
Yeah, we ended up with just one swing.
Yeah,
just
we only had
swing
one this last one.
Had
Out of
they been
13
wrapped up,
undercards? Yeah.
had they been wrapped
We
up,
had-
Yeah.
we wouldn't have had any.
Come on, Alex Morono.
He thought he was
asked.
wrapped
What-
up.
What's
too.
funny? What's funny is before the show, he was asking, "Hey, are we planning on any swing bouts?" And Eric was kind of, no. I mean, if we get through all these fights, then
He just wanted to know if he needed to go wrap.
Exactly,
This guy. He
yeah,
wanted to
yeah.
wrap this guy. up.
And it was funny.
Understandable.
He told me, we talked before. Alex came up to me probably during the 2 fights before. So like maybe at the end of Hendershot's fight. And he's like, hey, do you think we're going to have a swing? I'm looking at the clock. I'm like, maybe not. He's like, I think he goes, he's wrapped. So he's
We were
ready.
that
so Alex
close.
thought he was ready. But then he got up there. He's like, oh, he wasn't ready. So we were going to run it. And then I ran upstairs real quick. I was like, oh, he's
Oh,
not.
I remember. Yeah.
Yeah, we were I had to run back down.
Eric was like, "Yeah, we're gonna get this last one in before the live broadcast." And I went in there and it was like, in the cage, getting ready to go. And
It didn't
Eric's
last
like,
long though, anyways, right?
No,
"Yeah, no,
round and a half.
yeah, we were still out of there,
We were out of there at 7:30.
pretty much right on time."
Yeah.
I mean, on average, our shows have ran about 2 to 2.5 hours this year.
So was Hendershot Hendershot wasn't a swing?
No, the
No.
swing bout was Reza and Aguilar.
Yeah, Reza.
Oh,
yeah.
he was rapping Razor.
Reza.
Yeah.
Razor,
Hellraiser.
Hellraiser,
So
pulling off the win.
Diego,
We head to Vegas this Friday.
Second
we
round
got
TKO.
Vegas this Friday night.
You coming that way?
So I'm like 99% sure. Dude, are we doing the podcast out there or what, man?
Diego, you going?
Are we booking flights today or what, Diego? I've got like the all
Hey,
clear.
listen,
I'm booking flights today.
Worst thing happens, y'all come out and we don't do the podcast.
We just drink
Hey,
and
boys,
party, man.
We're
Yeah.
in Vegas.
Hey, but okay. What if you told Tara, "Hey, I'm going out to Vegas to do the podcast," and then there's no podcast? Tara's gonna have some questions when you
Nah,
get
you
back.
like them already here.
So,
Tara's got faith in her man.
of course, but I'm
Hey,
saying
listen.
he's still gonna have to answer
Either-
some questions. Hey, what the fuck?
also
You could have been at
tracking.
home. We could have went and did the things that we were gonna
I
do.
Live 360.
Oh, hey, so am I. She's
not
a,
ashamed.
she,
I'm
she,
ashamed.
hey, so
Mine
am I.
too.
No,
Hey,
she-
I got
she's a
that.
realtor,
I got
so
that.
we got all that going
Apple
too.
sharing where she just goes, where you at?
Yeah, she doesn't have to ask
all
where we
good.
are, but we're gonna be in Vegas. I mean,
Hey, has y'all?
what are you doing in the bathroom at Stop and Go?
Has y'all ever thrown you off where like it shows?
Got a
you-
hooker?
It shows you somewhere else, and it's like you're like.
Yeah, sometimes I'll be driving, it just shows me black, and I'm like, am I dead? It's like deceased.
Dun dun
Sam asked me the other day,
dun.
she's like, "Are you at Waffle House?"
She's like, no
I
location.
was like, "No."
No.
I was like, she goes, "Would have made more sense if you were at the hotel next door." I'm like, "You're right. You're right. That's where we were, though." Yeah,
That's funny.
So Vegas. So we got. I guess we can Friday night.
Hey, that's the plan. Hey,
We're on the 2 p.m.
So
flight.
Friday-
There's a shitload of seats on that flight.
Friday
And we
night?
6 a.m. come
Friday
home.
night we're doing probably 2 podcasts,
Maybe 3.
maybe 3. We got some
Who's
special
that middle
guests.
one?
damn, this would be a big payday for us, man.
The middle one,
Three.
that's Nate
Yeah,
Richardson.
sure.
You're talking about the ring card girl? Mm-hmm. That's Ariel.
Ariel Helwani.
That right there is Ariel. That's Ariel right there.
Ariel Helwani looks a lot worse in some sheath underwear than Ariel, our new ring card girl.
That's Arian Young.
Nah,
Why are you
I'm
looking
gonna-
at Ariel Young?
Yeah, what are you doing right now, Diego?
that's-
Hey, Diego?
that- we're gonna cut
We're-
out to
we already
to
talked
at the
about
end.
that fight.
No. We're gonna cut out to that end. We're done.
Okay, cool.
Why? Well, Vegas.
Vegas throwing down. Is
So yeah, you
I got points that I need to.
you guys have
we gonna
the
go to
Fight
that-
Pass
that
Invitational coming up
Vietnamese
this weekend.
place you like?
We could try.
Let's
Man,
do
that's
it.
not keto though, bro.
Yeah,
I have to
okay.
get back on keto.
You're drinking right now.
Listen, you see this?
Uh-huh.
What does that say?
Unsweetened.
0 everything. 0
That's-
carb.
that's my
0
number right there.
calories.
Fresca too?
Did you come
What
up
does
with
that
this
say?
recipe or you?
Hey,
0.
hey.
7. It says
Did
7
everything.
grams of potass.
Now,
I've got some real
0.
legit Sprite
Did you come up
in
with
the
that
cooler.
recipe?
Let's spike his drink
Spike
with
his
some
drink
sugar. Yeah.
Did you come up with that recipe or?
yeah.
What?
Come on, man. I make shit in my mind. while I'm
Diego
asleep.
said, "Thank you, Mr. Eric. Thank you."
Don't start talking like you fucking massage people, Diego.
Come on.
Oh,
man.
wing ping.
Look at him laughing and shit.
This drink very good. Thank you.
Hey, shout out to our commentator Michael Alexander. Released
Yeah.
his book last week. Got us some signed copies. You guys get a signed
No.
copy?
Yup.
No. I
Diego,
didn't.
you didn't get a copy, Diego?
Yeah,
You get the
dude.
book?
No.
Damn, Diego.
What's wrong with
Oh
you?
man,
Hey,
he
you
doesn't
want
like you. Yeah. Yeah, I got a
We're in
copy, man.
acknowledgements.
I'll read it and then you can read it.
You know, I will.
I'm gonna order it.
inspired.
Mine. So I
Get
want to read it.
inspired to be
wanna-
a black
I wanna
man.
support.
Diego's gonna actually support. We're just like, oh,
I
it's
would.
free.
He didn't. He gave it to me.
Yeah, I'd have bought
Yeah.
one.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah, congratulations to Mike.
I'm
man.
guessing that's
busy.
available on like Amazon.com.
I always think it's
Improve
cool.
your position,
Yeah.
Michael
I always
Alexander.
think it's cool to see people go out
Travis
and,
Took has
and
a nice
be
book on
be
Amazon.
vulnerable, like put themselves out.
Yeah.
things like that.
Yeah,
It's
I
cool.
look forward to reading it, man. You know, he included a nice little personalization.
Travis Took's
It's
is
really
the
cool.
Warrior Crucible. I think that's his new book.
Yeah.
Like, I buy anything Travis puts out. Like that dude's he's a legend as an OG. So you said you were gonna buy him on Amazon along with oils. What were you doing?
Essential.
Essential. Yeah.
All right,
Eucalyptus.
so we got Vegas this weekend. What are you looking forward to in Vegas, Diego?
I don't know.
I don't believe
I'm
it until
new.
I see the fights.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not a.
hang in with the fellas. I mean, you know, I've seen a million jiu-jitsu
FBI
matches.
Saturday.
So
FBI
yeah,
Saturday.
that's the plan. You know, GSP is
Saturday
doing
or
commentary.
Sunday?
Is that still on? Like,
Yeah,
I know he
it's
got
Saturday
injured,
or
so he's not going to
Sunday?
compete, but he's
Get
doing
my photo with
commentary.
GSP.
Yeah,
I'm getting a photo of GSP too.
that's the plan. If you guys, you know, rub me out of that, man, fuck you. But
Get my photo with GSP.
gotta get the pick with GSP,
know,
man.
man.
Hey, I want you know
Nah,
what
we'll
pick
be
I
able to
want.
snag some
I want
tickets
to
for
I
y'all.
want to get a pick with me, Wayne, and Justin Bernard.
Hey, I'm
Just so I can
I'm down for that.
Boy, man.
My two
Hey.
favorite mouthpieces.
Yeah.
Man.
Hey, I'm down for that,
Bernard's
just
a
so
boy.
we can like get like some kind of funny photo op out of it.
Hey, listen, I've got
Bernard, all
to.
he's gonna do probably is praise you, man. He's that kind of guy.
Dude, he is. Listen, this is
I've
the
got
guy-
I've got nothing but cool things to say about him too, man.
one of the nicest things I've seen him do. Like he'll text us before our
Fight day.
shows.
Yes.
Fight days. No one's told him anything. Just hey, hope everything goes great for you guys. Steve, man, awesome. He ain't trying to do that.
You know why? You know why? Because he's trying to come from my other spot.
He's like, P.S. If Wayne can't make it,
Yeah.
he's-
Hey, listen.
Hey,
Listen. If Wayne's
hey.
ever sick. You
I
how
heard-
much
I heard
it would
Wayne
help
has the
us to
flu.
bring in Justin for one show. If Wayne's sick or some shit, you bring
maybe
in
we should
Justin.
keep him away from Wayne because he might
Yeah.
poison him or something.
Yeah, we might shoot him.
You think I'm like that?
Wayne might accidentally trip him or throat chop him or some shit.
No, he might do that to Wayne.
Yo, shit.
Hey, he might. He
Yeah,
might.
He's a
Come
pretty
get the
big
pure
guy
fight.
too. He's not little.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, that'd be a cool
fun.
photo op, man.
PI will be fun. We'll have Friday night. We should do a lot of drinking, a lot of podcasting. Hanging
All right, so
out.
I was thinking Saturday was the day. So did you get there Friday?
You got there Friday.
Yeah,
God
they're Friday.
damn, pal.
Well, if we do the podcast, it's going to be Friday night because I feel like we have weigh-ins on Saturday.
See, this is what I was talking
they're
about
gonna-
at the show the other day. I need to get like win
Weigh-ins
times
are
and stuff.
probably going to. We have to be done by 12 because there's a UFC fight night at the Apex on Saturday.
Yeah.
So a lot of the guys that are competing are going to want to probably be at those fights. They're not going to want to come in for a podcast. And the plan is to have Nikki Rod on the Fury Unleashed
Yeah.
podcast.
So we're gonna have the podcast Friday night.
I think it's 7 p.m. maybe.
Yep. And then we'll probably do it. If we can, I'd like to do a second. We want to do one with Jason House.
Yeah, I can't really get drunk Friday night because we have weigh-in Saturday morning.
He says he can't get drunk.
Saturday,
I believe he could.
Saturday,
I
I'll be
think-
at the MGM,
I believe
at the
in
Bet
you.
Sports bet.
Saturday night,
Eric,
though.
I believe in you. You can.
Saturday night, I'll be all right because I don't have to be at the venue Sunday until probably like noon.
Saturday night sports bet, MGM.
I mean,
Let's do it.
All right. So when is the FPI? Sunday?
Yeah.
God damn, pal.
Either Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Come home Monday.
Good Lord.
Mama's gonna be okay.
Oh, hey, she's gonna be fine. Yeah, I know. I know. Hey, it'll be a great time. Can't wait. Looking forward to it.
Hey, look, man, you can get a new liver. It'll be all right.
Let's be honest. Like we go out there, we don't ever get stupid drunk ever.
Do I got to bring a suit?
Oh, fool.
What?
Because I seen you guys go to Vegas wearing suits.
Well, we're working at
Yeah,
the.
we're working the
We're
event.
sitting.
Well, hey,
stateside.
I'm gonna put it to you like this. Nobody told me I had to wear a suit, but I'm
You're not gonna wear a suit.
I'm representing Fury
Y'all dress
FC.
nice anyway, so,
I'm representing Fury FC. I'm not gonna show up in my NWO shit.
Ooh, maybe
So-
a Fury shirt with a sport jacket over the top.
You know that's a consideration. That's a consideration. There's that. But
Diego, maybe the paperboy hat.
so hey,
Little Kango, huh?
Diego,
Hey, how you doing?
you don't have to wear a suit, but it's like that Office Space. How much flair do you want to wear?
That's right.
You can wear as much
Yeah.
as you want. The minimum requirement is this.
28.
Listen, you
Yeah.
don't have to, but you have the opportunity.
You don't. Yeah, exactly. You don't have to, but you can.
But you get to.
You can wear 47 items of Fury flair.
I don't
done.
have 47.
See what
Look at that
kind of-
drink I made him is gone.
Man, look at that.
Man,
It's so
shit.
good. It goes
Hey,
smooth.
before we get out
man.
here, big shout out to our amazing sponsors:
Live Oak Vodka.
Live Oak Vodka, Howlerhead Whiskey,
Live Oak Vodka.
Hey,
OnlyFans.
Can we do the podcast at?
Space City Collective?
at the
Why do I
distillery?
even try to fucking do these things?
I'm sorry.
I don't know why I try.
I laid out this time, man.
I don't know why I try.
Let's try it.
No, y'all
I'm
do
sorry,
it.
one more
I
time.
have
Nope,
I
y'all
have
do.
things that I
Live Oak
could
Vodka.
want to say, but I'm like, no, Rich is respecting our sponsors right now.
All right.
You know what?
I apologize.
Wayne, you do it. You do it. Wayne, go ahead.
I'm doing
You do it, Wayne.
nothing. I'm
Diego,
doing nothing. Hey,
Diego, rattle off our sponsors. Diego, you got to rattle them off.
Live
Let's
Oak
go.
Vodka.
Hey,
Space
hey.
City Collective. Chic.
look at
underwear,
look at
private label.
look at
bags.
your feet
Kimura
and look at
Tattoo
mine
Company.
Tattoo
and look at
Company.
yours
Eric,
and look
the
at mine.
Defender.
Eric the Defender, baby.
Private label bags.
Blunt Force tape.
Blunt Force tape. Everyone
Hey,
badass
private
tape.
label. I still need some kind of backpack
know.
for my laptop
Blunt
and mic
Force.
flags and all
But
kinds of
we gotta
stuff.
we got to get some Fury tape, dog.
Yeah.
That'd be dope.
That would be.
Bull printing.
Full printing.
Dirty Aladdin printing.
Shout out to Dirty Aladdin.
Dirty Aladdin installations.
What's Dirty Aladdin installation? What are they doing?
He helps with corner pads and shit.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, I was thinking like, what could
Dirty
they do?
Aladdin
How could
inserts.
I support the business? So.
Who else am I missing? We're
I think that's
missing some.
everybody,
Bump box.
man. Bump box. Oh yeah, bump box. Trey the Truth. was
Trey
out
in the
last weekend.
fucking house.
Aces performance exhaust.
Aces, my boys from Aces.
I need to bring my truck out there.
Yeah, go
Yeah,
get
same
some
here.
exhaust, man.
Me too, dude. Needs like some
Hey,
cold
that-
air induction or something.
That dude from Aces who owns it apparently has like a Mustang or something that fucking hot rod.
Well, if I owned an
That
exhaust shop, I probably would too, man.
Yeah, no shit.
I'd have some badass shit.
I need to go get that Fury hookup.
Go get that Fury hookup at Aces.
And then listen, I know we probably have at least one more show this weekend that we'll do. We'll get this one out, man. But it's been an awesome year. It's been cool. I'm excited to see what we're going to do in 2024.
It's flown by, man. Like,
really has.
doing so many events and they're quality banger events, man. Time flies when you're having fun.
So Eric told me the other day, dude, we've been 3 years on Fight Pass.
Crazy.
3 years.
What a ride.
It feels like,
What a fucking
maybe
ride.
a year tops.
Which means Wayne's been announcing shows for 15 years.
Yeah.
What a ride, man.
You started 2013?
2008. But not with Eric. That was like, when I started announcing. But yeah,
came
with
to
Eric,
us-
December of 2014.
Yeah.
So
going on 10
9 years.
You're going on almost 10.
9 years, almost a decade with the Hefe.
Being the voice, man. That's awesome.
That's
you
fucking
know.
amazing, man.
Hey,
What a
man.
journey. Like, what do you love most about Fury, Wayne? Besides your job, besides you being the voice.
Dude, honestly, man, hey, jokes aside, I know you're setting me up to say something funny, but dude, hanging with you guys, man, like this team that we have assembled, man, and I'm talking about Christie.
Yep.
I'm talking about Rick Sanchez. I'm talking about Sierra. I'm talking about Sigyn. And I'm even talking about Mark Finley. Dude, the team that we've assembled, man, and seen it from where we started and where we've come in, dude.
We've seen a lot of
it's
shit.
incredible to be a
lot
part of
chaos,
that.
Different venues.
Just a small part.
like the Rashid Abdullah shit.
Oh
Like,
my
there's been
God,
so much-
I was
dude.
there.
There's been
I
so
was
many
there.
different things that
Dude, that
we've
Rashid
been
Abdullah,
through.
I think, was my first or second event with him.
It was just like
Jeez.
the different
like-
venues, the different times setting up. Like
It made the papers, and I was like sharing that, like, hey, if you want to know a little bit about what goes on behind the scenes, boom, here it is.
yeah.
Good stuff,
I
fun
remember
times, man.
I just had fighters on the shows at that time. Like I knew Eric. I knew who Eric was. We knew each other from getting fighters and stuff on the car. Because I've always had my guys on, whether it was Cage Combat, Fury shows early, and there has been some crazy shit that's happened.
Well, let's be honest. Like in that time, though, Legacy FC was the promotion.
Yeah, for sure.
Like Mick, what he built, and
Mick
what,
at the Arena Theater is that show. That
is
was
where everybody wanted
Yeah.
to be.
Oh, that
is
was the
where
Mecca,
everybody
yeah.
wanted to be. So I had to work with.
Us, yeah. I mean,
I had to work with what was left over. That's what I
Yeah,
try and create opportunities, and like I honestly feel like we're them now. Like we filled that void, and now everybody else has to work with what we don't use or what we don't have.
I've told you before, man. Like I was lucky enough. I was there during the Lone Star Beatdown days. I was there from Legacy 1 forward, and so I was there for the Lone Star Beatdowns before we got to Legacy. And as a part of the team, putting on shows, working with Mick and Andrea, she's terrible, but it's very, very similar to what we did when all of a sudden HDNet comes in at that time, and then that explodes. That becomes Access TV.
yeah.
Next thing you know, Mick's saying we're going out of state. Next thing I know, me and Mick are at the Good Morning Atlanta, and we're doing morning TV.
How come we
in
haven't done
Atlanta.
that?
I don't know. At
What the fuck?
Like 8 a.m. after being sloshed the night before, and like that became a regular thing.
Man.
And then all of a sudden we've got a radio show. It's me, Raheel, and Mick, and we're doing a weekly radio show, and we're interviewing Chael Sonnen and GSP and Dana. We got all these people on our show.
Wow.
And then I all this stuff happens. LFA. I decide I'm done with MMA. I'm just gonna have my guys fight. Have a couple conversations with Eric. Decide let me help this dude a little. That's all I wanted to do is like, hey, I think you can do some of these things that might help and change some things. Next thing I know, it's like this.
Rich comes in, starts firing people.
Jesus.
I know, man.
Jesus, no. Next thing I
Fucking
know,
rubbing people
it's
out and
very,
shit.
very similar to
Asshole.
what happened with Legacy, and that.
But let's be honest, like Mick set some really high standards.
Jeez, he did, man. Yeah,
Like he did a fucking phenomenal job with Legacy, and it's where everybody wanted to be, and it's where everybody felt like they needed to be in order to get to the next spot, and it was no lie.
yeah.
And I really I tried to take a page out of that book, man, and shout out to him because he was like an open book.
Yeah.
He never made me feel like I was a fucking problem. Like he didn't want to work with me. Like he didn't want to talk to me. He would answer the phone when I would call. Like
I remember
this
talking with
fucking
him. I remember talking with him about your very first show. I remember him saying because we used to make fun of like the Sam Goldmans would come in and they would WGC or whatever it was, and they would do a show, or they would do
Clarence Brown.
no, well,
IMKF.
IMKF with their alter ego, like
Master
they would,
P.
He would come in and do their stuff, and we would always kind of laugh because they're flash in the pan. They come in, they come out, and then I remember you did your show, and I want to say most of it was like Team Took guys.
Mick went to the event.
Yeah. Most of it was Team Took people, and I was supposed to go that night, and I don't remember why I didn't go. I remember Mick went, and it was just the whole time I never heard anything negative from Mick about it. It was always just, it's cool, man. Like, hey, he's doing his stuff, we're doing, like, it's cool. And to watch it grow from what I remember seeing it to what it is now, it's been, to me, it's a little like deja vu for me. I'm sitting in a studio again with my guys hanging out. We're on TV, we're traveling across the nation again, we're putting on shows, we're sending people to the UFC, and we are the place that people want to come. Our messages are just slammed every day. Hey, I got a guy. I want to get in. How do I get in for Fury? And we have definitely become the place to be if you want to get to the UFC. We proved it once again this weekend. And in 2024, we're going to prove it all over again. because there's no limit to what we can put out. And I mean, again, it's a testament to what you built, Eric.
But it's all humbleness, man, and there's
for us
no
to be part of it.
no arrogance. Like, it's just doors open, man. If they're good fighters, we're gonna bring them in.
I am petty.
We're gonna keep them busy.
If you tell me no, I'm not gonna bring.
Yeah, Rich provides the balance, man. We're very humble. We're very grateful.
Yeah.
Rich is very petty, so it's like
I am.
nice and balanced there.
I am, man. It's all right. I have a lot of pride in Fury.
Hell
I have a lot
yeah.
of pride in this brand. Like I
Me
told
too.
Eric from day one, man, it's about the brand. It's got to be about the brand, about
gotta
the brand,
be.
about the brand. And when I feel that someone has disrespected the brand,
Yeah, that's when it's on, dude.
I don't want to see.
I turn
that's
into
how,
I turn into Tupac coming out of the
Jeremy
courthouse.
Mahan is with his gorillas. I see the
Oh
post
yeah,
that he did.
yeah, man.
I
Hey,
seen the
somebody
post that he did. Somebody got it.
pissed
Hey,
him
listen,
off. I don't know
he's
who or what, but
He's
man,
not wrong. You know what it's about?
no,
I know what
tell
it's
us.
about.
I don't know what it's
I'll tell you
about.
if y'all want to know.
I do want to know. You can tell us off the air or on the
I'll tell you
air.
on air. So there's a little gym in the Tomball area. I'm not even going to give him the time of day to get
Yeah,
on it.
okay.
They put up a video basically mocking Miles, saying that he got sent to the shadow realm. Now these gyms, they have a history together. Like, not negative. There was a good history together.
Man,
But they decided to run their mouth about Miles in a disrespectful way. If you're a coach or a fighter, you would never say that.
no,
You would never say
that's some
First off,
that's some fan shit.
They would never say that to Miles' face.
Never,
they would never say it to Jeremy's face
or
dude.
Jeremy.
Dude,
Now-
would you want Miles Banks with a chip on his shoulder targeting?
you at a
Oh my
Hey, so check
god!
this out. So then the owner, the guy who's the main guy, he evidently fights on karate combat.
Ooh,
That's where Pettis is going, isn't
So
it?
yeah, so he put a post up. He made the post. Super disrespectful. Like, if you're a coach and you're making fun of another fighter going out, you're kind of a piece of shit. Now,
Yeah.
unless there was some beef. I get it. But for the most part, no matter the beef, we're all martial artists when it gets down to
Yeah,
it.
man.
And there is a respect to this culture. And that was very disrespectful. But he put a post up there saying, Copley went on there and said, hey, well, we can just have a hard sparring day, our gyms. That guy actually had the balls to tag Fury and tag you and say, nah, if we're going to do it, we can do it in the Fury cage. So I went on there today.
I didn't see it.
Since I can respond as Fury, and I wrote back, no problem. Send me an email address and a date, and we'll get that contract over. Listen, if you want to fight any of those war dudes,
First off,
I will
fuck
give you
your
a
bitch and the
platform.
click you
Hey,
claim. Wow.
Don't come out and say you want to do something.
Wow.
We'll
How
make
did
it
I miss
happen.
this?
I don't know.
It's on IG?
I didn't see all this either. I saw Jeremy's response
I saw
to
Jeremy's
it. Was like,
post,
hey
but I
man, you
didn't know what it was
disrespect me
about.
or one of my fighters, we're coming for your whole fucking team.
Hey, and he's not wrong.
Dude, and to get him to
Riled up
post
like
that
that.
kind of a response publicly, you have fucked
he is one of the most-
way
One of
up.
the most respectful men I've ever met, but
Yeah.
he's also, listen, that is a man who lives in violence and who understands violence like a lot of you guys
He's
Yeah,
seen
do
a lot
not.
of shit that other people
Ooh.
haven't seen.
That's a combat marine to the utmost
Boom.
level.
Yes.
Semper
And
Fi.
hey, like, and Diego, you know well better than anybody. Like, that's a different breed. That is a different breed of man. And for you to disrespect him to such level that he had to publicly say something, listen, something's gonna happen. Like, y'all gonna have to get in the ring and square it out. And we can make that happen.
So Jeremy's gonna fight this guy?
Nah,
Copley.
Jeremy probably would. Any of them.
Yeah.
But they want. He's an active fighter, so let him fight any of their active fighters. He can fight a
Pro?
Michael Murphy. He can fight a Bruce. He can.
pro?
Yeah. So give me an email address. We'll make it happen.
Ooh.
So there you go.
Shit just got real.
There you go.
Bam.
That's enough of that. Wayne,
All right.
let's do it.
Hey, I guess the time for talk is over. This has been Fury Unleashed.
That's perfect. We're right at an hour.
And now, Houston, Texas, make some noise because the time for talk is over. It's time to unleash the Fury.